my God, let's go. All right, it is not on subscriber mode. Welcome in, my dukes. So I'm gonna go get $100. I gotta pay for all these materials I've been buying. So every time I go down to that hardware store, it costs me $200. All right, we're gonna rock and roll tonight. Thanks for hanging out, girl. No music. I need to get the watch hours up. Blah blah. You know how it goes. Thanks for being here, Ma. You can just put me on a tab. Half my stream's going to be quiet anyway. All right, let's look. We're starting at $0. We are 41 points from being platinum. We have earned absolutely no money tonight. Thank you, Ma. No hurries or worries. I try to be low maintenance, and if it gets out of control, I'll just flip it over to subscriber only mode, 24 hours. So, all right, I'm going to turn this thing on. You know, I'm going to get an order immediately. I'm about 10 minutes late. Hey, all right. I didn't even have to take a picture of myself. Let's start moving. Here we go. Hold on. Hold on. You're in bitch mode today. You can take it out on some trolls, Mama. You take it out on the trolls all you want. Make fun of them. Hit them with the whack-a-mole hammer. Whatever you want to do. I went to that buffet today and I must have ate 30 pieces of sushi. Oh my God. What a pig. Is there a pig emoji? You got a pig emoji? Let's see it, Pumbaa. Adventure America, welcome in. We are out hauling the meat puppets tonight. 61 points from platinum. Whatever that means. It means that I've been doing too many orders for them. That's what it means. I was trying to come up with a topic for tonight. So I think I have a one, which is what was your first job? It doesn't have to be a paid job, but what was the first job where you're like, I was really truly helping? And it could be like helping your parents or your grandparents or whatever in the kitchen. So what was your first job, and what did you learn from it? What did you learn from that? So I pondered that. I've been pondering it for a little while, and I think my first time that I was really useful to an adult was out in the woods with my grandfather, and he would limb off trees, and then our job was just to pull them back out of the way, pull, all the brush and stuff out of the way so he could get at the tree and cut it up. And then we would drag the branches. And he bought this tractor, and we didn't know why he had picked up this particular tractor. Wyatt, welcome in. The dealer had told him, like, look, I know you're going to have your grandkids and your kids out there running this tractor. And so there was a specific model where the seat would move all the way forward, where like even the shortest person could get on the clutch and on the brake. And so it's easy to learn how to drive with a clutch. Oh, we got an order. We got an order. And it's south of town, so we're going to do our best. Anyway, you were close enough to the... all right, we're just going to speed up and get over. I need over. Whatever that takes. You were close enough, even as a little kid, like you could just sit right on the edge of the seat and push down the clutch. And with a tractor, like, it's really hard. Even if you just dump the clutch, it's just going to jerk you around. but it's not going to stall the vehicle. And so after a couple of summers of helping pull the limbs, I learned when I was big enough how to get on the front of the seat and push the clutch and the brake down. And I was probably 7 or 8 years old, y'all, and I was not a tall kid. And anyway, so we would hook up a big old rope. He would send us kids like, you guys climb up there and tie this off. And we were kids. We're like, man, I love climbing trees, you know? And so we would climb up the tree as far as we could and then tie it off and throw it down, and then they'd hook it to a chain on the back of the tractor. And then our job as a kid would be to put a little tension on the tree to make sure that it actually fell in the right direction. So, Pig, we're running meat puppets tonight. I don't usually do food. It doesn't pay very well here, and there's not a lot of people that haul people in this town, so I am hauling people on rideshare. So, but that was one of the first, like, hey, I'm useful as a little human type deal. Learned how to drive a stick shift at like age 7. Oh my God. And then I was talking to another driver friend of mine, and he had a customer in the car, and they were complaining about he keeps touching the gear shift the whole time that he's driving, etc., etc. And the guy was driving a manual, and the lady just didn't understand what he was doing. He was busy touching the he was just shifting gears. She thought he was doing some. Oh, I changed my mind. I'm just gonna get on the highway here. So, Fran, welcome in. Fran's gonna be live, you guys, in about 30 minutes. She might want to go live with me. I don't know. The option's always there, Fran. I thought about it right before I hit go live. I was like, I should just copy link and go live with you, but I will not interrupt your members only. No, you are not. Oh, okay. Good to know. I swear it said members only, and it gave me a 32-minute countdown. You canceled it. Well, I am out tonight. If you go live, I will restart, certainly. Now for $100 or 4 hours, whichever one comes first. So this will go on, I don't know, I got a slightly late start, so 12:10, I'm going to cut it out. And there are a couple of bands playing tonight that I heard about, so I'm going to hang around with those. So, all right, and I'll read back the chat here in a minute. I am going to have to hide up 1.9 from the pickup. So, Fran, tonight, the question of the night was, what was the first job that you had? See, Adventure America did land shaping for a salsa company. Yeah, it was very similar. Yeah, it's like you learn to do it. And I remember we would find these little oak trees. I would still do this. You find a little oak tree, and you can climb up like a sprout, not a fully grown oak tree, but like, maybe 3, 4, 5 inches at the bottom, and you can bend it. You just lean over and you just ride the tree to the ground. You're still holding on to the tree when you get to the ground. And then you can, while you're holding on to it, you can jump up in the air, and you jump like way, way, way up in the air. So thank you, Mother. I will pin that comment. Yeah, if you guys come in and it's quiet, it means I have a customer in the car. So I don't know why they're giving me this bowling. It's all right. We're gonna get there. It's just a weird pickup spot. You got the members only notification? Yeah, she said she canceled it though, America. All right, this is a weird pickup. Oh, and I'm going to turn off. Oh, I'm going to stop. I should run it, but I can go back and read the chat, and I needed to shut off more requests. So what did you learn from that, America? That would be the question. Yeah, the old Ford tractor. My grandfather worked for Ford for almost 30 years. And then I got 3 generations of military in my family too. So that's why I'm always like, America! All right, I gotta hide the chats, guys. I am 0.5 from the pickup. I will leave you unmuted until I arrive. I cannot see the chat. Be nice. The mods will throw you out, but everyone is welcome tonight. I do not have it on subscriber only mode for a reason. But yeah, that was also when I learned to start a fire, because you'd pile up all the brush, and then they give you like a pack of matches or a lighter or whatever, and you had to figure out what was a good combination to actually start a decent fire. So that's why I enjoyed that at the Renfest, when I was like, oh man, what am I? You're paying me to start fires? Like, let's do this. So I had like 8 or 10 fires that I kept lit the entire pretty much the entire 2 days. And there was one I didn't even have to relight. It was such a good fire. I have the right of way, and you guys are all sitting in the middle of blocking my lane. I don't know what you're doing, but I don't know. I'm about to go, and I have to turn left, so please do not impede that. Yep, you're in the intersection. No. You can stop there. It says do not block intersection. Thank you very much. All right. We are going to pick this person up 0.3 miles. I will mute you guys. But we're going to get to hang out for like 4 hours. And I appreciate you guys coming in, because the most important thing that we have is time, y'all, is time. So when you come in and hang out with me, it truly is appreciated. Time keeps on slipping. And I love the idea of the lives. You guys know I hang out with a bunch of other people's lives, because you can live 2 lives at once nowadays. What a crazy modern world that we're living in, right? All right, I'm looking for this person. It says they're right here somewhere, but doesn't say exactly where. Y'all waiting on a ride?
Yes.
What's the name?
Oh, Annie.
Come on. All right, guys. Here, let me mute this. Welcome back. I do have to update this app, so you got me for a minute or two. I don't know what that was like 2 miles. I bet it didn't pay more than $5. But Goober is bad about doing the updates on time, so we're gonna go do that right now. And I can bring the chat back up. First jobs and what you learned. I guess that would be the question. Ma Dukes, your first job was with the VFW, serving vets meats. Yeah, helping in events. Learned a lot from that. Yeah, industrial food service. It's like how to serve a whole bunch of people at once. It's totally different from cooking for one. If you guys have not seen Ma Dukes' cooking shorts, yeah, prepare to drool on your phone. All right, let's do this update. I actually just went the wrong way, but it's all right. I mean, I don't have an order, so technically I didn't go the wrong way. Doon, doon, doon. All right, I'm just gonna whip it into here, into a car lot. The Chevy car lot, so we'll blend right in. Just turn the lights off. Turn the lights off. Come on, where are you? Really, it's wanting me to update, but it's not showing it in the available. There it is. Update. Let's see. Detroit Strong Made trucks. Yeah, I do have a Ford truck. Fran, get some rest if you. Yeah, you don't have to hang out in here. We don't get a lot of trolls. Puma, you still hanging around? Thanks. All right, we're waiting on this update, and then we'll get back on the road with the meat puppets. I don't even know what I made off that first run. That is the downside of Goober, is that they don't tell you up front what the pricing is. So, Adventure America, yeah, the gig tubers, I mean, we're just across the board like the nicest people. If you're not subscribed to Big 3 Dashin', that dude helps everybody. Like, he will plug your channel, he will pin your link, he will talk nice about you. All right, we're back. We do have it says it's a 350 surge, but as soon as I turn it on, it's going to be gone. That was our first run of the day. We are rolling a total of, I bet, 377. That was a garbage run, guys. But this next one should be 350. Our golden night is 25 an hour, $100 or 4 hours, whatever we can make in 4 hours, because I am not devoting any more time to this than I have to. And thank you guys for hanging out. Right now, this is going to fund, you see me working on my garage, that garage roof, because every time I go to the hardware store, it's $200. And then I'm doing another train trip. So I've been stashing back money for that. And so when I get to my 500 on, like I'm setting back a certain percentage for the train rail pass again, because that's the best $500 I ever spent in my life. And I'm going to do that again real soon. Yay, trains. I know. I swear I need to write 3 or 4 stories from the different people that I meet. And if you guys haven't seen my vlog content, some of it is so boring, but there's some where it's like train sounds. And then all of a sudden there was 2 gentlemen sitting across from me that had never met each other. And they sat and told their life stories. And so that was kind of interesting, just to be like, okay, you know, like I didn't have to interact with either one of them. But later when I was watching back, it was just like, oh, you know, it's these 2 guys and talking about different jobs that they've had and where they lived. And one of the guys was from Germany, and there was another guy, I forgot where the other guy was from. But I was just happy that that chatty guy had not sat next to me, because I'd been on the train all day, and the last thing I wanted was to tell some stranger my life story. But he was just super inquisitive to the point where the old man, after he just ran out of stuff to say, and his English was not his first language, he just started saying, oh yeah, uh-huh, yeah, uh-huh, yeah, uh-huh. And I was sitting over there trying to not look at them or make eye contact, and I just thought to myself, like, this conversation was over 5 minutes ago, and Chatty Cathy just had not figured it out. He's just over there pulling his own string. Ah, ah. All right, Goober, come on. You said this is the busy hour. Give me something. Yeah, it's strange that they don't tell me, because then I would be able to decide, like, yeah, do I want to do it for that, or I don't want to, I don't want to do it for that. And I have another friend that runs Spark, and he's like, sometimes he knows, like, he's the only driver, so if he doesn't take it, it's not getting taken. And so they send it to him, and he'll say like $6 or $8, and he's like, if I was a true independent contractor, I'd be able to bid and be like, I won't do it for 8, but I'll do it for 10. So there you go, Ma Dukes. Thank you so much. She's the bestest. All right, we're headed back to where we want to be hauling. Densely populated area. Between the densely populated area and the adult beverage distribution areas. The bars, you guys, the bars. I don't drink at bars, but sure hang out at them late at night. To pick people up and take them home, in case you didn't catch that one. So there's Fran Dash Phoenix. Yep, she's getting there on her subs. She's killing it. She's got to be nearing the 1,000 mark. All right, yeah, like I said, as soon as I turned that on, Lion Goober here was like, oh, you're in a 350 zone. And then it was like, oh, you want to actually take a delivery? No, here's $1.25. So I don't count on any of that stuff. It just lies to me all the time. Lies, I tell you. All right, dude, I know you want to go 60, but it's 35 in a construction zone, so just go for it. You win, pal. You're ahead of everyone. All right, we are going to ease down. It's too early for people to be going home from these places, so we need to just post up between the apartment complexes, the dorms, and the sorority frat houses. That's what we're going to do. So, yeah, we got to get Fran to the 1,000 subs and the 4,000 watch hours so she can make the big pennies. The big YouTube pennies. Most of the people I know, they make more off of donations than they actually get off their videos. Well, which makes it feel like Tip Nation, and don't get me started on that. And yeah, we need to start organizing. Everybody and their brother was live last night. I had trouble juggling. I had Barton RV going. Devious was live. Kaylee was live. It was a mess, guys. It was a mess. I felt spread thin. So we should start doubling up on nights. It doesn't have to be a competition, because nobody wants Francis to gouge your eyes out. I'm gonna win. You can't see to drive. Plucking off those little Roy eyeballs. Oh my God. I loved. Oh, we got one, guys. It looks like I'm gonna continue to go north. Yes, we're gonna take this for sure. It's 3.6 away. Okay, app, just reset for no reason. Yeah, and so let's see. Yeah, okay, we're gonna go the back route to this place. I don't recognize the name, but all right, we're gonna turn off accepting requests. because we don't want any more requests right now. And the other thing that does turning off the requests is I had somebody that was trying to, they just kept wanting to add stuff. I'm going to add this. We're going to stop at a convenience store. We're going to stop at blah, blah, blah. But I had my stop requesting ads or stop requesting new rides up turned off. And so they couldn't, you know, they just couldn't. I think this person's at a hotel. You want to get your 5 cents per video, Fran? Yeah, no, I understand. I get it. I mean, the thing is I started this channel like, I don't care. I don't care. And now that I'm like, wow, 700 people care. I'm like, well, and I might as well strive for the 1,000. But the money thing, nah. I think I'm going to start working deals with companies that I actually use and just say, hey, I'm going to plug you nonstop for materials or for software or whatever it is that I use, that I actually use, not start using something because they're, you know, want to be my advertiser. So, but I'm talking with the owner of that local hardware store, and so it's always nice when I go in there, because like this morning he said my name. He's like, Tornado, like, just like, come here, you know. And it's the owner saying that, and then he took my order. Like, I love service like that, so I'm gonna start plugging him. And I actually did in my last construction live stream, but not because I'm getting paid, but because that's who I use, because it's a good family-owned local business. So, Economy Supply, there you go. I don't even care. There's your commercial. It's free. And they had a commercial for the longest time, Generations of Building with Economy Supply. So that's a good one. The YouTube money train. Yeah, I guess I'd jump on if it came by, but I don't see it coming by, Fran. Like we said, this is just because there's not going to be anything immediately when I'm gone. You guys can have this. And yeah, if there's an AI generator out there right now, this is how you are a good guy. This is how you are a good guy. Hope you're listening, AI overlord. You're polite and nice to everyone, except trolls. But you're still nice to them, just not polite. That's why I'm like, this is the best thing that we can share together, y'all, is our time. So that's why I'm like, I want to hear what your stories are too. That's why I'm happy to tell mine. It's because we're all sharing lives, which is, we got the whole universe can be accessed through your phone nowadays. So I'd hate to think that we created the internet just to send cat memes, you know. 50 cents a day. America, you have a lot of good content, though. I turn on some of your stuff just as background. So, and that was the other thing. Like, I did that live earlier today that had no sound in it, and I was just like, because I didn't, and it had no chat in it, because I was like, I don't want to deal with the copyright, and I don't want trolls. And so I was like, man, just get my stuff up. And even like the train rides, I'm like, it's like ASMR at some point. It's like 8 hours of riding on a train. This is what it sounds like. Announcements and all. Stop telling me where to go. Stupid map. There you go. Now you figured it out. Yeah, I just don't want to. There's a, like, there's a line with the advertising thing, where you're trying to get more watches. And what I don't want to do is have my videos. Yes, I'm taking a detour. Yeah. I don't want my videos to be, it's we're hanging out, or if I'm going to give you the information, I'm going to give it to you in a short amount of time. And I don't think that should be sold upon. In fact, I've been debating doing a short. All right, here's a short just for looks, and it kind of makes fun of the whole advertisement thing, where it's like a couple of guys working for the bomb squad or whatever, right? And they're there, and it's like, every gripping movie, the countdown timer is going, and the one guy looks at the other guy, and he's like, "It's all good. Like, I know where we can get the information to defuse this." And then he pulls up YouTube, and it's like, "Do you want to know how to defuse your bomb?" And the countdown timer's like 10, 9, and then the first thing that you do is, and then it breaks away to commercial, and the two guys just look at each other, and then, explosion. Where it's like, yeah, let's not waste each other's time to make a couple of pennies. So, Luke, what's up, dude? Luke, I keep offering to make him blue, but he likes to be orange. Likes to be orange. I think I made lime Luke blue. I'm not sure. We are 2.6 from this pickup. I went a totally different route. And yeah, Goober about lost their mind. But the way they were sending me was like, estupido. And I was not on the road they wanted me to take anyway. I was already in the turn lane. The coach just wanted to shock him, Luke. That's what it sounds like. I don't know if you're going to make it. All right, I'm going to give you guys a road since you can't see me anyway. And I am not driving this little country road with the interior light on. Not happening. Not happening. Yeah, there's 3 of Luke. He definitely gets around. But yeah, since we got St. Patty's Day this month, I think you should run lime Luke. I just like saying lime Luke. Yeah, it sounds like, sorry, you knew they were going to be a rock star, so let's bring their ego down by telling them, I don't know if you're going to make it. Just Roy Delivery, welcome in. Just subscribe to Just Roy Delivery. Also check out Fran-Phoenix. All these blue people in here are cool. You could be cool too, and if you're cool, you could be blue. Luke can be blue. Even Luke could be blue. Green Luke, orange Luke, or blue Luke. This is a GigTuber stream, in case anybody's like, what is going on? Where is this guy going? I'm going to pick up a meat puppet, and I'm going to take them to wherever they need to go. That's what's going to happen. We're 1.3 on this pickup. I got good phrasing for it. Luke, stop getting around. Luke gets around. I mean, that could be interpreted good or bad. And Goober's so stupid, like half the roads I go on are marked 40 plus, 45, and then it'll say on the app, its speed limit's 25. I'm like, it's absolutely marked at 45. And then so they send me this email later. They're like, you were speeding. I was like, no, your stuff's inaccurate. I wasn't speeding. All right, I'm really close on this pickup. I'm going to hide the chat. Be good to each other always. And I will mute you in just a minute. This is, yeah, it's one of the nicer subdivisions, I believe, so. And my town spent a ton of money out here trying to get an industrial park started. And it was just badly placed because it was like you would go through the industrial park to get to the golf course. I'm like, who thinks this stuff up? All right, here we go. Is it a hotel? I don't even know. Oh, it's an apartment. I've never been to these. Oh, yes, I have. There's like this giant pond for no. Probably because they had runoff problems. And they're brick bottoms so that it's hard to damage the building, which is a good idea. And then to save money, about 6 feet up, they went from brick and they go to vinyl siding, which is cheap and easy to maintain and easier to get up and down a ladder and way less expensive than brick. So if you ever, a lot of times when you see these designs like this, you're like, why would they choose this? Why would they choose that? Well, a lot of times it just comes down to the money. The brick guys only have to set up one rack of scaffolding to do that. They don't have, and so they can just run it all the way down the building. It doesn't have to be 3 high or anything like that. So there's no hazard pay. All right, we're gonna pick up Miss Cassidy here, air the car ride, because you just never know. And this is a very confusing apartment complex, so at least it'll tell me how to get out of here once I get this person. La da da, la da 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 da. Oh, there's some sort of place where you can wash your car. Oh, man, that's nice in an apartment complex. All right, we're gonna pull up right here on this dome. We're gonna wait for this person. Zoom, zoink. I bet they come out of that spot right there. And since I know I'm gonna have to exit the other way, I'm just gonna go ahead and turn around. And that way they can get in on the right side of the car. They are notified that I'm here for next minute and a half, no pay, which is kind of stupid. And then after that, it's like 12 cents a minute or 16 cents a minute, which is also garbage. So you only really get paid when the wheels are turning. So we try and keep the wheels turning. So it's really easy. They put the marker down where they want their pickup. Now, sometimes they will put the pickup in a goofy spot. All right, here comes my ride, guys. I'm going to have to mute you.
In his capacity as a special government employee in the White House, Musk has pushed the termination of thousands of federal workers and the near total.
All right, well, that was something. It was two chatty college students going to a speakeasy near my house. $9. That was a $9 ride, so $14. That's not good because that's all we made this hour. All right, I'm coming back to the chat, guys. Sorry. And then we're gonna get in position. Turn this back on. Teal Luke is here. Teal Luke, do you want to be blue? You think it'll clash, or do you want to make Blue Luke blue? I don't know. So many questions. You ask, buddy, and you can be blue. Anyway, they were. I was listening to them like, I saw this story on Facebook and so shared it and blah blah blah, and I was like, hey, here's this police scanner app. You can actually hear news stories as they happen live. It's called Scanner Radio, and I showed it to them, and they were like, I think my grandma used to have that or something. And I was just like, oh, thanks, lady. So, but they're college students, so whatever. You showed up just for me, then I'm gonna make you blue, Luke. Making you blue. Thank you for coming in, because nobody gets to see the orange Luke, and now the orange Luke is blue. So that might be a little confusing. Maybe later I'll switch it back, but whatever. Oh, we should go to the Quickie for a sugar drink, but we're not. We're gonna go pick up some more people. Yeah, Luke, you support everybody, dude. You deserve to be blue with all your accounts. Side of Hustle's out there hustling up tonight. You guys check him out. He's a gig tuber like us, like most of us. And a real nice guy. Golden Chicken. I was thinking that was Big Chicken. That's the Shaq one. And they were giving away, Shaq owned that one, Big Chicken, and they're giving away something today for free. I don't remember. I saw an advertisement with it or news story, but I think we have one in my town. All right, let's see what the chart says. It says we need 39 more things. It says I am 30 minutes from an actual busy hour. So we're going to flip this back on. Yeah, 39 points from platinum. I don't know what my 87% acceptance rating. I had it up much higher, but I've been declining multi-stop rides because you don't get paid when you're stopped. And then you're counting on a cashier to be on time, or that they've ordered their food ahead and it's ready, and then they try and leave anchor stuff in your car. It's just a mess. So I just avoid that most times. But I will keep it above 85. I will take a multi-stop run if I have to tonight, because by the time I get to the platinum status, I don't want to have to fight my AR back up. So, all right, and I got a very centrally located spot I'm going to go post up in. They know I'm moving. Just right now, nobody's requesting a ride, I promise. Oh, there it is, 1.5 miles away. It is back behind me. So I'm just going to turn right and right again. 4.84. I'm not. Oh, guess what? It's a pickup at the place that we just left, y'all. So I'm really just going to turn right around. It is somebody who's had too many already. So we're going to go get them. Could have just hung out there. But that place seemed kind of dead. And I even told that to those ladies as I was dropping them off, like, looks empty. And there was a seat that I love at that particular restaurant, and I'm like, this is the best seat. It's got 2 heaters on it, TV above it, and faces all the doors. And then when I pulled up, which, like I said, that's the best seat in the house, and it was empty, and the whole porch was empty, and the heaters were going. So welcome in, Tick. We are doing all right. Thus far, we hauled 2 meat puppets. That's all. My stop sign's turned, but I know it's there. Oh, I guess I don't have one. Yeah, half the stop signs in town blew over from that windstorm the other day. yeah, the fact that there was nobody there, adventure, and it's kind of early. It's early, so I kind of expected. Like we picked up a residential, so I like to hang around the dense residential. But yeah, you're right. Since it's dead, potentially. Oh, I'm not going to that light. The light's been broken for I don't know 2 years. But yeah, since everybody's bailing out, and I have had nights where I'm like, oh, I took you from a crappy bar to a popular one, and then I don't know if you hung out like 2 or 3 streams ago, but I took a wedding party 2 different nights from the venue for the rehearsal dinner to a bar, and then I did the same thing the next night. And so I kept telling all of my male patrons that were headed to different speakeasies that there were a bunch of women in town for a wedding. And and I was like, they probably have hotel rooms, and they were both like, just take us there, take us there. I was like, all right, I will take you there. All right, let me turn off accepting rides because I do not want them to stuff me with another ride and screw my AR. Done. And yeah, this place is Midtown. There's really not anything around it. I mean, it's right across from the Quickie Mart. So, you know how I love the Quickie Mart, but there's nothing else here in the middle of town. Like the Golden Chicken place on the left is not open. The zoo's not open. The church isn't open, you know? All right, hopefully I can pick this up. Oh, I gotta hide the chat, guys, because I am about to turn in here. Thank you for hanging out. I will be back in a minute once I dump off this meat puppet wherever he's going. I'm gonna mute you on pickup. It's funny because the 2 ladies that I picked up are sitting in the seat that I recommended. That's hilarious. I would show them on camera, but that would be kind of weird. So now I'm just waiting on a pickup. I think he's figuring it out.
I'm here.
I'm out the front door down the ramp to the right. Yeah, he's drunk. He's already thanking me. He's like, thank you. And then he hit I've arrived and sent that to me as a message. What do you mean you've arrived? I'm here. He's like, I'm here. What the hell does that mean? It's like when people give me their apartment numbers. I don't care what your apartment number is. I'm going to the GPS marker, you know? Anyway, sorry, I got NPR playing in the background. And now these ladies probably think I'm stalking them or something. Let me go back and see if I can see this schmuck moving. He's in the wrong parking lot. He went out the side door and around the front. He's lost. He's lost. He's drunk. He's wandering around over there. Nope, here he comes. You can see his phone. Here we go. All right, that was just a guy getting off work, so that was pretty easy. You wiped your PC and reinstalled Windows, and now your torrents download super fast. Why would you be doing torrents anymore? That's so funny. That is so funny. Oh, I got a tip just now. Let's see what that one was. All right, he added $3. It was only a $3 ride, turned into a $7 ride, and that's just in time to bring up our average for the hour to $20.26, which is about $5 short of what I really want to be making, but it's all right. It's something, y'all. All right, let me read back on chat, and I'm gonna go back online and get over into this thing. I am still near that place. The other thing is that one we were talking about, oh, I should hang out there. It's right on the borderline where it gets sketched further towards downtown, and then it's very suburban around it. And anyway, no densely populated areas to pick up from. Tick, you need to just run. You need to be dual booting. That's where it's at, by the way. 8675309. Is Jenny here tonight? Welcome in, Jenny. It was so funny. Somebody was trying to, one of the guys I was working with was trying to pick up Fran the other night, and was like asking for her phone number. And then he literally got it out. I was talking about going live with Fran later, and he was like, oh, that woman, no, and I got her phone number. And he pulled his phone out, and he had her name in there and then her phone number. But it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is what she had given it to him. And I was just like, I don't think that's her number, buddy. I think that's her number. But Jenny, if you add, okay, I don't even want to say this, but it's totally true. If you dial, it used to be 601, but if you dial 228 and then Jenny's number, it used to go to Gulfport emergency room. And so back in the day when people had pagers, you thought you were trolling, and you would text them that number, and then they would call and they would get the emergency room. So it was kind of scary, y'all. Anyway, don't do that. Definitely don't try it on both area codes and let me know which one works. Definitely don't do that. All right, I don't have this thing turned on. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, and that guy was just getting off work. Or I don't think that he's I don't think he was a waiter. Oh my God, this one's a long way. 98 West. It is. All right, this is a 5-0. This is a 30-minute trip, it says. And honestly, based on what I'm looking at, it's more than a 30-minute trip. So it better be good. It better be good. We turn this off. Where do you want me to go? Why? Okay. Yeah, we can do that. We can make that happen for you. Yeah, no, whatever's happening there, that's getting declined. But yeah, just the fact that we thought we were trolling, and it was like, no, you're not trolling. You're really making somebody worried. I mean, it didn't even occur to me until much later. Much later. All right, I know I cannot exit where they're trying to show me to get on the highway. So as soon as I turn the right way, they're going to be like, are you taking a detour? Yeah, I bet you're following your GPS and it's lying to you. Yeah, good luck at that intersection where you can't get onto the highway. So this road I'm about to turn on, like 2 or 3 times I reported this as a one-way and a bike lane, designated bike lane, to Google Maps. Now, you have to understand I've got like 500 or more, or like corrections. I do corrections for Google Earth. Like if I go somewhere and it's not where it's supposed to be, or mark an entrance correctly or something like that. And so they ask me, and then but I specifically wanted this one done because it shows sort of the infrastructure of the bike infrastructure across town. And I've also done the same thing on vacation in South Carolina. There was a town that had a bunch of new maps and a new loop on an island and a bunch of other stuff that I ended up adding. So anyway, but the fact that I kept adding this and kept adding it, and they're just like, no, you know, and I'm like, I sent pictures, took pictures of it. You can see it on the right. It's a designated bike lane. Yeah, and there's rails to trails here where they pulled out the old railroad track that was used for lumber when this was a lumber city, and replaced it with it's almost like a little mini super highway that goes across 2 towns. It goes all the way across this town, like 60 miles out. So, and there are sections of it just missing. Yeah, they just ran it for 22 miles, then all of a sudden it's just gone. All right, let's go get this person. They're so far out. This is a 9-mile pickup, so you guys got me for at least 15 minutes. This is our quality time. Let's use it. Use it wisely. Am I taking a detour? No, I'm going the map way. Oh my God. And they send me that notification like all of a sudden I'm just going to space and start driving just in the wrong direction for miles and miles. When you have to enter info on Discord code, give them the address, the number of the Walmart you dislike. There you go. I always use 408 Oak Street, whatever the town is. 408 Oak Street, Kmart. That's from Rain Man, where he's like, yeah, I get my underwear from Kmart. Kmart, definitely Kmart. 408 Oak Street. 408 Oak Street. And then later, Tom Cruise is like yelling at him, you know what, Ray? Kmart sucks, Ray. It sucks. I missed me a blue light special. All right.
Message from Terry. Hey, are you my driver?
Hey, what do you mean? Hey, am I your driver? I'm driving. I'm gonna not reply to that in a hurry. Maybe if I get stopped, I'll reply to that. What do you mean? Hey, am I your driver? I accepted the ride, and now I'm on my way to get you. And I'm driving, so I'm going to be safe, because if I touch the phone, Goober's going to send me this thing like, you were touching your phone while you were driving. It's like, y'all are the ones sending me the messages. You haven't seen a Kmart in years. I think they're pretty much closed. I mean, and for a while, they tried to compete. They did like the super Kmart, and what I think would have been a better diversification was what they did with those little mini Walmarts, where it's like just groceries and a mild amount of hard goods or whatever. So love from Virginia. Thank you, Junebug. Welcome in. What does this guy mean? I already don't like this interaction. I know exactly what to do. I'm going to pick you up. Hey, am I your driver? No, I'm not. I'm not engaging in an interaction. It's just not happening. I'm busy driving. I have to get to you. And we are still running on electric tonight, guys. I'm averaging 141 miles per gallon. I'll take it. Oh, okay. Car, I did not see who was pulled over, so. And we're busy. And, you know, I'm intentionally rolling through these lights so I don't have to reply to this person. Hey, are you my driver? I don't get it. That is good MPG, but I'm running on electric tonight. So it sat on the charger all day. Well, I mean, we went to lunch and a couple other things, so. Yeah, that's the only thing that makes this really viable. I can't imagine just dumping it all into gas for like a V8. And I've got a little V6 sports car that I could run food in, but it's too low and the back seats are a joke. So, but I would never run a V6 on this. When I was running a pizza joint, I had this older guy, and it seemed like he was just hopping around. I'm pretty sure he was just living in his van, which we thought was weird back then, which, you know, now there's like 500 channels about it. And anyway, so, but it was an old V8, and it was tuned pretty good, and you could hear that he wouldn't hit the gas. Like, he would just let it chug along, you know. And I know he was still getting, at best, 15 miles per gallon. It was an old Chevy van, so. You know, there's a car from the late 90s that was a Honda CRX. And it was this dinky little death box. It was shaped like a little ramp on the front, like if somebody actually hit that thing, I mean, you could just drive right over the top of it. And that thing, when it came out, it had like a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder, and it got like 52 advertised. But if you drove it appropriately, like used the stick shift, because it was still came in a manual, that, you know, you could get 60 miles out of that. And so the fact that we haven't improved on that is stupid. The fact that I got to put a big battery on here to get the better gas mileage is nuts. But yeah, I don't think I'll go back to a straight gas burner. My truck is that way, so the motorcycle is that way. But I mean, for a getting around town car, why would I not want to get, you know, 140 miles to the gallon? So. All-wheel drive Astrovan. Oh yeah, that came out. The Astrovan came out. There was a Ford version called the Aerostar, very similar. And so anyway, it was kind of a mess. But yeah, both pointy. And it just seemed like there were more, nobody used the Aerostar. It was too decked out. It was a people hauler. But I did see a lot of people with using the Astrovan as a work vehicle, you know, because they offered a stripped down version. I don't remember seeing anybody that didn't have any rear seats in an Aerostar. So I'm just going to tell this guy when I pick him up, because it says I'm hard of hearing in the in the Uber app, the Goober app. I'm just telling him I didn't hear your text. Like, what do you want me to do? Oh my God. So ideally, Devious was showing it was a 80,000 mile, whatever the van for Honda is, Odyssey, 80,000 mile, like $5,200. I was like, that's where it's at. Unless it's a lemon, like that's a gem, because it was super low mileage, but it was slightly older vehicle. So. But I wouldn't mind that, because I like the idea of, instead of doing like a full van conversion, you can just, I've got a big boy cot. I can just prop that bad boy up, literally do dashing across America. I mean, I can do it right now with the dog and but I can't haul people and the dog at the same time. So I don't know. But doing the van around will happen as well. I've got another little fun going for driving around the country. All right, we're still 4.5 miles on this pickup, y'all. That guy, I feel like his brights are on, but whatever. The Astro was perfect size for one person. Yeah, the Honda Element, I had one, and like it's fine, like, because all the seats laid down into a bed. But honestly, like, that thing was pretty tight. It was really tight, but it was nice because you could do one side or the other for the bed extension. So you could choose, driver or passenger side. And one of them was slightly larger. It was not an even split seat. And in fact, the one I had took a tree in the tornado. And I happened to have one of the seats pulled out of it. And so when they came to take it away after I cut the tree off it, the insurance people came to take it away, and I forgot to give them the extra seat. But I did manage. I had just put a tow bar on the goofy thing, and my brother had a Element as well, and so I went ahead and gave him the tow bar. And he had heard from somebody like, you can't put it on there. And I was like, well, when I got up underneath the vehicle, there were already marks where to drill the holes. So I was pretty sure I was putting it in the right spot. Safari van. I think the Safari was a slightly more decked out, but it was like, like when they would do the Mercury version of Ford, and it was just different interiors or whatever. All right, we're 3.1 on this pickup from this dude. What was I blathering about? Something. Maybe I'll text this guy just like ETA 4 minutes or something. It says 2.9, but for me, I think like I need that battery pack. I need a couple of solar panels so I can throw up on the rooftop and charge a solar pack. Whatever vehicle it is, I will get the upgraded alternator so I don't burn it out, and then install an inverter so I can use the inverter when the car is running. No problem. Oh, and use that at the same time to charge the battery pack if I'm not able to get enough out of the sun. So, I mean, that's some small amount of equipment or whatever. So you just put everything together, and then pack it accordingly. Not necessarily be like, I permanently installed this on the roof and drilled all these holes and did all this stuff. Because later on, I'm going to get rid of the van or it's going to go kaput. And it's like, I want to be able to just take my stuff with me. I do systems, so I don't really care about the attachment. Yeah, sponsor me, Blue Eddie. I got a couple of people I know that'll test for you. Jackery, if you're out there, let's do this. Let's do this. I'm already running an electric car with a battery and a electric bike. All right, we are 2.1 from the pickup. I don't know why this person was trying to text me at all. Hey, are you my driver? What do you mean? No, that's your phone, dude. That's your phone. Because my driver's not a cell phone, duh. Oh, great. We're going to Burnt Bridge Road. Somebody chose that very poorly. I'm going to go out here and burn a bridge. I didn't look at this guy's rating, so, but it better pay good because it's way out here. 1.7 miles. It says 2 minutes, but the only way I'm doing that in 2 minutes is if I'm going 60 miles an hour in what they're telling me is a 45. So it's not happening, Goober. Oh, Junebug's out. Have a good night, June. Thanks for stopping in. Everybody get some rest. Thank you for all the thumbs up. Why would you text me, hey, are you my driver? I should text back, hey, are you my customer? Is that too smart ass? Alright. Oh, this is a goofy intersection. Yeah, that's too smart ass. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to not text them. I mean, he could see where I'm at on the map, dude. I'm coming, so. And if you had some special instructions, maybe you should have just typed them in there instead of asking a stupid ass question. Are you my driver? Yeah. Oh my God. That's and I complain about the other one, which is where they're like, my apartment number is 37. It's like, what am I bringing the car inside? I do not care. I do not care. All right, I'm 0.8 on this pickup. So let's see how this happens. If there were any special instructions, you should have just told me already. Like, we shouldn't be having any sort of back and forth. I'm not going to be your friend. I'm not going to answer your dumbass questions. All right, I got to hide the chat, guys. We'll see if this person is as buffoonish as they're questioning. .5 from the pickup. Airing the car out in between each ride. Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, sorry, I had the radio on. I didn't hear your message. I think that's better than being like, man, you're a dumbass. And watch, this is gonna be one of those stupid scams where, all right, it's right where this road V's off. I don't know what's going on here. Where is this person? Hang on, let me see what this shit is. He's broke down on the side of the road here. We'll see how this goes. The tag number in case I get murdered. You gonna call a tow truck or what's the deal?
No, you supposed to drop me off at home.
Oh yeah, no, I just asked him what you gonna do about your truck,
talking
man.
about tomorrow.
Come on, I'm gonna take you home. Let's go.
Hey, you got me confused now.
No, to make sure you're all right. We'll be good. This is a long ride.